Aloha and good day everyone on YouTube. Howdy to everyone on Candle Power Forums and my new friends on budgetlightforums.com. How's it going everybody? This is a product review of the Solarforce L2M flashlight, and I'm going to put the camera down and let's start talking here. So, pretty straightforward. You've seen these on multiple websites, eBay, Deal Extreme. Any Solarforce authorized retailer will sell these. So it's a really nice single CR123 cell light that I have here. I bought mine on DealExtreme.com for $13. The one on Deal Extreme, this particular one on Deal Extreme, probably the nicest feature about this light is it's only 3.2 volt to 4.2 volt drop-in module that it comes with. Okay, so what that means is, obviously you can charge your cells completely to 4.2 volts, but the light engine inside the drop-in module will flicker, flash, and dim once the voltage on the cell reaches about 3.2 volts. Okay, so what that means is you can use unprotected RCR123 cells and just run them until you see that dim flickering, and you just simply replace them. You don't have to worry about over draining or over depleting your CR123 cells. So that's a really nice feature that typically only comes in higher end flashlights. I think like some of the jet beams have that feature as an example. Don't quote me on that, I think. But definitely it's a rare feature on a lot of the lower end Deal Extreme lights. So it is a P60 host, obviously. I'm using foil copper tape around my reflector to keep my LEDs cool. And my particular unit has the newer Cree EZ900 LED die in the R2 brightness flex bin. Okay. It has the plastic insulator disc on top of here. A lot of China origin drop-in modules omit this part. Okay, and mine has it, so I'm very lucky in that regard. I don't have to add it myself. Okay, and let's take a look at the solder quality. Typical Deal Extreme supplier solder quality. If you wanted to, you could. Normally what I do is I run an additional bead of solder kind of halfway around or whatever to try and improve that, but it works either way, so no big deal in this case. Okay, so obviously it's a P60 host. I don't really need to go into too much detail about that. Okay, the bezel will fit on a Surefire 6P, so that's kind of nice. For $13 you get an entire light, and you can take the bezel off and use that with your Surefire 6P. But here's the inside of the bore. That's a 17 millimeter hole body bore diameter, so you can't use an 18 millimeter cell in this light, unfortunately. So kind of wish they made it the 18, but if I used an 18 millimeter bore, I'd get a lot of cell rattle. So as it is, the cell doesn't rattle too much using a 16 millimeter diameter cell. So the bezel just simply tightens back down. Gaps and clearances are good, no problem with that. Okay, let's take a look at the tail cap. It's a single mode light altogether, and that includes the tail cap. Some of these lights have multi-mode switching capabilities built into the tail cap. Not this light. This light here is a simple on-off reverse clicking tail cap. Average machine quality, I would say. Nothing spectacular, nothing to get excited over. Think Robinson levels of machining quality. I would say a step down slightly from maybe Phoenix and some of the other better Chinese brands. I'm not sure if this is common for all of them, but my particular unit came with 2 O-rings at the tail cap. Kind of nice to have. It's obviously it's not really water submersible, but you know, it's a nice little added feature that they may have added. So that's pretty much it. It's a big light for a single CR123. So there's a lot of wasted, I guess, space inside the light with springs. So one of the nicest things you can do with this particular light is you can take advantage of that wasted space and use a 50 millimeter long cell. Okay, so I'm using, obviously as a demonstration, I'm using a AA battery, which is about 50 millimeters, but you can drop in a 17500 cell into here and double your runtime capacity over 16340s. Okay, just to show you I'm not crazy, it actually does work. There's There's your AA 50mm cell, and there you go. So just by using a 17500, you'll double your runtime capacity. So let's see, what else can I say about that? There's the inside bore on both parts. Let's put the 16340 back in. And one of the nicest things about this light is it tail stands very well. It's a great tail standing light. It's not very tall, not very long, and so obviously the flattened base here makes for a great tail stand surface. Okay, it's not terribly hard to activate. I can activate it using the knuckle on my thumb very easily. So while the button is protected, it's still very easy to operate. Okay, it's just about the right size for a, for a hand carry type of light. Any smaller than this, and I tend to lose grip on some of my smaller lights, like this Robinson here. Okay, for size comparison. Okay, but that's not so much the case with the Solarforce L2M. The knurl on the finish is very nice, very nicely done, but it's not the most aggressive knurl. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're like me and you like a more aggressive knurl, then maybe this light won't really appeal to you. It is kind of slick. Okay, so that's pretty much it. What else can I say? That's pretty much it. So let's pause here for a moment and continue outside and see what this guy can do. Solarforce L2M against a Phoenix MC10. This light is 125 lumens, and I'm also going to compare it against a 145 lumen Robinson RC N3Q5. Okay, and I'm just going to toggle the lights back and forth. There's the beam from the Solarforce L2M. And there's the beam from the Phoenix MC10. That's 125 lumens. And I'm going to toggle back and forth. Solarforce L2M. And Phoenix MC10. Solarforce L2M, and one more time, the 125 lumen Phoenix MC10. Next up is the 145 lumen Robinson RC N3Q5 from Shining Beam. And once again, here is the Solarforce L2M. Robinson RC N3Q5, 145 lumens. Solarforce L2M. Okay, hope you guys find this useful, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.